it's Charlie. Another week by in quarantine. I hope you're all doing well. Having lots of lovely weather still, which is great. Spring's really kicked into action, and hopefully you're getting out, be able to enjoy it and use those opportunities for episodes of mindfulness when you can go away from everything else that's going on in the world and just draw it into the beauty of what we've got around us. Okay, so we'll start with our bit of breathing practice. We'll go back to our 3-part breath. So you can either do it sitting up, and or you can do it lying down. So I'm going to do it sitting up, but otherwise you lie down and you're going to move your hands from your belly to your ribs up to your chest, or you can do it sitting up as I'm going to do. So settle yourself down. So if you're laying on the floor, just give yourself a little bit of a wriggle and really feeling every point of contact on the floor, and just take some nice big breaths there. If you're sitting up like I am, just have a little rock side to side and find your sitting bones. And then really, so both if you're lying down or sitting up, just really take some nice big breaths here. Draw in that cool air in and just let it relax, let it out. And with each exhale, just feel your body relaxing down into the floor. So if that's the whole length of your body, if you lay down, or just really feel your sitting bones sinking into the floor, your shoulders drop down, and just take a couple of breaths here. So we'll start off placing your hands on your belly button, so your middle finger's just touching, just where your belly button is. And we're going to take some nice big breaths here, feeling your belly rise as you breathe in. So breathing in, your belly fills and lifts up and out. And as you exhale, your belly falls. Inhale, your belly rises. And exhale, your belly falls. And now with each exhale, just feel yourself drawing your belly button in towards your spine just a little bit as well. So 4 more breaths here. And continuing as you have with each exhale, allowing your body just to relax a little bit more. 1 more breath here. Moving your hands up to your ribs, so taking your fingers apart, out to the sides. It's a bit easier to take your hands right to the sides if you sat up. So you're going to breathe here into your ribs, so feeling your ribs as you inhale, moving out to the sides and up a little bit, and exhale, your ribs draw back in. So inhale, your ribs coming up and out, and your belly rises. Exhale, your belly falls and your ribs draw in. 4 more breaths here. Start incorporating that ujjayi breath as well, that ocean sound at the back of your throat. Now fine, I'm going to move our hands up onto your chest, so across your clavicles up at the top here. Just your fingers just gently resting on the top. So inhaling, your chest it's not such a big move in the side, so gently lifts up and out. It's kind of diagonally, and exhale, your chest falls. So inhale, your belly lifts, your ribs ease out and your chest lifts up. Exhale, everything just easing down and drawing in. So 4 more breaths here. Try and avoid your shoulders coming up when you're breathing into your chest. So really consciously letting them settle down. So now we're going to put that 3-part breath all together again. So if you're sitting up, hands on your knees or just in your lap, you're laying down, just allow them on your sides, or maybe pop them back onto your belly, whatever feels most comfortable. And we're going to settle with that breath for about a minute. So in your own time, just keeping that breath to your belly, your ribs and up into your chest, and as you exhale, everything easing down. So in your own time, in your own pace. So just taking 2 more nice long breaths here. Really drawing that breath right up to the top. And then squeezing out every last smidge of breath out. And 1 more breath. And we'll start. So just allow that breath to go and just return to your normal pattern. So just starting to wake up your body. So wiggling your fingers and your toes. Just wiggle your body a little bit side to side. So if you're lying on the floor, stay just a little sway side to side. If you're sitting, have a little rock. Raise your arms up above. Make yourself a bit of a banana. And then squeeze, drawing your knees into your chest. So if you're sitting or laying, squeezing them in, drop your head in. Have a little rock side to side. And then if you are laying down, just cross your feet over and roll up to sitting, or come to your side and then join us in sitting. Okay. So again, find those sitting bones. And then just settle, arms by your sides. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands down, chin to your chest. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down, chin coming down. Inhale, 1 more. Exhale, down. Lovely. And then just roll your shoulders back just a few times. And then forwards. And then just keeping your body nice and straight, your chest body looking forwards, then just looking over the left hand side, back to the centre, and then slowly to the right. Exhaling as you go around to the side, inhale back to the middle, exhale. 1 more each side. And to the side, and then just rolling your neck, gentle arcs down, around. So you're going to imagine a paintbrush in your nose, doing a nice, we'll go for a smile or an upside down rainbow. Okay. And again, using your breath. Lovely. Coming onto all fours. And then we'll do some cat-cows from here. So inhale, look up. Exhale, round your spine, curl your tailbone under. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rounding. to neutral, and then feet out into plank behind you and raise up into down dog. Walking on the spot to warm you up, wiggling round. And then feet coming up towards your hands. Take them nice and wide, bend your knees. Nice and soft through your knees, through your hips, drawing your belly button in as you slowly come up. Have a bit of a swing through the middle. And then coming to the top of your mat. So feet pointing straight ahead. So almost touching, and then little rock front to back, side to side, and then find that point of balance in the middle, and just really feel like you're growing from the floor. Your feet are your roots, your body's your trunk, nice and tall, up to the sun, up to the sky. So squeezing your knees, squeezing your hips in, tuck your pelvic bone under, your hips under. So your pelvic floor is coming up and your belly button's drawing in. That's what gives you that anchor, that support through the middle of your body. Nice and long through your spine, your shoulders come up. Really squish them up by your ears and up and down. And then just looking down your nose, down to a point in the distance on the floor. And then just drawing in on that ocean's breath, that ocean sound in the back of your throat. It just keeps you a nice pace through your practice. It's a lock of energy, but it keeps your pace because you can make it really nice and audible. It can become quite hypnotic. Okay, so top of your mat. Inhale, arms coming up, look to your palms. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, drop your head. Inhale, just your head up. Exhale, back into plank. Knees down, chest down. Onto your belly. Inhale, pushing through the floor so your elbows are wound in. Really spread your fingers out, tighten through your buttocks, and cobra here. Lip here, having your chest nice and open. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here. So soften through your knees because you're just warming up. Really draw your belly button in so you're nice and long and strong through the middle. 5 breaths. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Hands on the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, just your head up. Exhale, back into plank. Knees down. Chin down, onto your belly. Inhale, push through the floor, tighten through your bum into cobra. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here. Feet hip width apart. Looking at your belly button. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, one more sun salute. Inhale, palms up, look to your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, just your head up. Exhale into plank. Knees down, chin down. Onto your belly. Inhale, cobra, roll those elbows into your sides. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. At this point, if you can do, because we're trying to get your bum as high as we can, maybe just walk your feet back just a smidge. Feel like you're really reaching to get to your hands. But that makes you much stronger through the middle. much stronger in this posture. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Sun Cell B. Inhale, bend your knees, scoop your arms out. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, head up. Exhale, plank. So either come down knees to chin or chaturanga. So you're lowering yourself down. Inhale, up dog. So your elbows aren't locked. They're straight but they're not locked. And you're floating off the ground a little bit. Exhale, down dog. Right foot through. Either drop your knee down and arms up, or strong through the back leg, straight. Exhale, down. Lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, drop your back knee, all straight. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down and step back. Lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here. Again, see if you can take yourself back a little bit so you're really stretching to your hands. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, bend your knees, scoop your arms up. Exhale, straighten. One more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, back into plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forwards. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forwards. Inhale, draw your arms up. Exhale, down. Step back. Lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, bend your knees, scoop your arms up. Exhale, straighten. Lovely. So, top of your mat. Just take your feet to hip width apart. Just get yourself nice and grounded again, so strong through the floor, and just slow your breath down. Just get that connection back to your breath, because it's probably gone a bit faster because your sun cells are all about generating heat and energy, so we're nice and warmed up for the other asanas. So just slow everything down. Just allow your shoulders to drop away, so you're kind of opening up your armpits, allowing your arms just to drop by your sides. So we'll go back into that forward fold that I did last time. So feet hip width apart. Inhale, your arms come up, stretching up, so you're making your spine as long as you can, but drop your shoulders away from your ears. And exhale, soften through your knees, bend your knees as much as you need to, stretch forwards, draw your belly in. Then you use your hook to take the bind with your big toes. Inhale, look up. So try and lengthen out the front of your body here. Exhale, drop your head in. Your knees can be as bent as much. If you like this, this is fine. Don't want your knees out to the side. So even if you're in quite a good squat, but then you're going to slowly tip your hips up. That's good. So just allow your hips just to drop, your head, sorry, just to drop down. Nice and soft. Let your shoulders soften. We're going to have 5 breaths here. Drawing your belly button into your spine, so nice and strong through the middle, and just a gentle squeeze through your hips, and that just allows your hips to support your back. Inhale, look up. Then you're going to push your palms underneath your feet. And exhale, drop your head. And allow your arms to kind of roll around to the front. Because it's by releasing those different points in your back that your hips kind of soften. And then when your hips soften, your hamstrings open up as well. So just change how your shoulders are rolling. And just settle yourself into that one again. 5 breaths. We'll just do 3 more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, soften through your knees again, stretch your arms away, draw your belly in as you lift up. And exhale, your hands back through the middle. Lovely. So from the top of your mat, you're going to take a step to the side. We're going to come into a triangle, so one foot's pointing away from the other one's 45 degrees. Your arms come up, and we're just going to tip over here. So allow that hand to stretch down to the bottom, down towards the floor. This hand's stretching up. You're looking towards that hand. It's all about opening up that space here and developing that strength through the middle of your body. There's no point in coming down loads here if you're not getting the strength through the middle of your body. So just a little tip over, really stretch. Inhale, come up. Rotate your feet round. Exhale, over. Inhale, come up, and then exhale, step to the top of the mat, give your legs a little jiggle. We're going to take a bigger step this time. So the wide lunge, so you're going to make sure your hips go in the same direction as your knee and your ankle. So bending into that knee, and so forearm is either cross here, or take your hand down to a block on the floor or some books, or a little bit beyond your foot. So you're either going to come here or here with this arm to the front, okay? 5 breaths here. And really, so you're feeling like you're sinking into your hips, but then once you've opened up your hip, then push away, so you're feeling really strong this outside edge. Inhale, push through this leg, it's really working. And then exhale, down the other side. So either across your foot, with your forearm, or down to the side here. Stretch that arm, so this arm's stretching away. That heel's really pushing away as well. Inhale, push up through that leg. Then rotate yourself around, drop your back leg down. This is where I'm going to twizzle around so you can see me a bit better. And then your left elbow and shoulder are coming into a twist here. Palms together. Move your back knee away from you. So you're opening up your hip and then pushing your knee into your elbow and your elbow into your knee. So you're really strong through the middle. It's a really nice twist through the middle of your body, and you're also lengthening out your spine as well. Inhale, come out of that twist, up to standing. These transitions are just as important as the asana is in a lot of ways. And then rotate yourself around, because you build up a lot of strength through these bits, and also your balance. So exhale into your twist. And you're using your breath the whole time. So really pushing through this front foot to give you that balance. come out of your twist. Exhale, up to standing. You'll be on the other side. So from the top of your hand, we're gonna, it's a little bit of a forward fold that we kind of similar to number 4. So either your palms coming into reverse prayer here, or you're binding your arms, your forearms. But you want to have your chest nice and open. So there's no point in having your being collapsed in here, trying to get your hands together. Open chest, okay? So your right foot first is coming round behind you, taking a step so your feet are almost, allow yourself for your feet to train track a little bit, there's not too big a step. And exhale, you're coming forward, taking your head down towards your right knee, so not to the middle, so you're drawing this right hip back. Exhale down, draw your belly in as you come, both legs are staying straight, so it may be that you're not coming down very far, that's fine. You may be able to come down a little bit more, and then once you're there, really just drop your head nice and soft. 5 breaths here. And really feeling that weight through both of your feet, so you're nice and balanced here, but it's that drawing in of your belly that's going to, this what we call the bandhas, which gives you that stability through this asana. Inhale, come up, rotate round on your heels, exhale down. And it's just those core muscles, how you draw your focus into that. So letting your head go nice and loose again, and then just maybe correct your shoulders a bit because you probably dropped your left shoulder down. Just correct yourself so your shoulders are coming down nice and evenly. And your chest is nice and open. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step into the top of your mat. Okay, so we're coming to your balance. So making your your left leg's nice and strong to begin with. And so you're going to bend up your, I'll just demonstrate first, just remind you. So you're going to have 5 breaths with your knee coming up, 5 to the side, 1 coming in, and then you're extending your leg out for 5. Or you can do it with your foot just here. So here for 5, here, in, so out for 5, in for 1, and then extend out. It's better to be with your foot down here and stable than up here and wobbling. And if needs be, you know, if you want to just, if you do want to draw your knee up more, just have the wall there, just a little bit. If you're relying on it too much, it's not worth it. It's just keep your foot down. So I will do it at the same pace as you. I'm going to try not to talk too much so that I can pace, so I know when to move on. So left leg nice and strong, really strong through your left hip and your left knee. Allow a little bit of a bend, but not too much, but you really want to be strong in this leg. So drawing that knee up, 5 breaths. So your focus is really key when you're balancing, so find something that's in front of you that's not going to move. And again, your breath. So make your ocean breath really noisy. Left hand on your left hip, and your knee comes out to the side. You can either keep your gaze to the front, or you can look over your side. 5 breaths here. So that core stability is really key here. So it's the strength through this left hip now. So really tighten through your left hip and your left knee. Draw that knee in and then extend. It doesn't matter if your foot's right on the floor or a little bit higher, that's fine. Allow your shoulders to drop down, make sure you're not dropped back. Okay, so then moving on to your other foot. So this time your right hip's really, really strong. So really stable, spread your toes up before you get going. And then your left knee comes up. So left strong, hip, strong knee, drawing your belly in. Right hand on your right hip, and your left knee comes out to the side. Looking straight ahead or over your opposite shoulder. Drawing your knee in, give it a good squeeze in, and then extending out in front of you. Nice and tall your body is through the ceiling. Drop your shoulders away. Lower your foot down to the floor and then just jiggle your feet a little bit. Lovely. Straighten them out. Okay. Okay, so coming to the top of your mat again. So we're going to come through a vinyasa and then we're going to come into our warrior postures. So inhale, your arms come up. Exhale, fold forwards. Hands firmly on the floor, drop your head. Inhale, look up. Exhale into plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right, bring your right foot forward, and so if your foot only comes here, use this hand, bring it a bit further. You're aiming towards getting it between your hands. Straighten through that front leg, or you can have your knee, you can either have your knee down, straight up, but working towards this back leg being straight as well. Inhale, your arms coming up. So your arms can be straight up all together, but you want your arms straight. It's better to have them straight here than kind of bent here. So we're working towards getting this leg to 90 degrees, but if you're here, that's fine. But slowly start sinking into that hip a little bit more, building the strength through this front leg. 5 breaths here, so we'll do 3 more. Inhale, straighten through that front leg, rotate yourself around the opposite direction. Exhale down, so you can either look straight ahead or up to the top. Inhale, straighten that front leg, arms go front to back, soften through your shoulders, and exhale, bend into this front leg again. And look towards your middle finger. So making sure this back arm hasn't dropped down. So your arms are nice and horizontal. 5 breaths. Make sure your knees not dropped in or rolled out. Nice and strong through there. Inhale, straighten your front leg, rotate yourself round. And exhale, bending into that front leg again. And again, you're trying to get this to 90 degrees, but if you're a bit higher up, that's fine. Just working with that real strength. You're trying to open your hips up, but also build strength through them. So if you're getting yourself nice and deep, don't just hang around. Tighten through your hips, get nice and strong through your hips. Exhale, hands down and step back. Lower down into your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. And then step through into long sitting. So just rock side to side, feeling those sitting bones. Hands down by your hips. Your feet are drawing back. So if you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's fine. But otherwise your legs are straight, squeeze your knees in, squeeze your hips in, draw those ankles back, hands by your hips, drop your chin down, really draw your belly in. 5 breaths here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, just release your shoulders. So same ways I've introduced that standing forward fold, we're going to move on to the standing seated fold. So exactly the same way, you can just bend your legs as much as you want. And what I want you to do is, again, it's all about making your back feel secure. So you want to be giving your back nice and support. So to start with, folding from your hips, bring your knees, so have your belly right on your thighs. So hands down both sides here. So you're going to inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, drop your head. And then slowly, slowly, I want you to allow your ankles just to push away, keeping your feet, your knees together, your feet together, keeping these ankles drawn back. And then this may be where you stay, dropping your head down. But really I want to keep, you can start coming up a little bit, but I don't want you, that's not going to do you any good at all. It's not going to get you any more length out of the back of your hamstrings, and it's going to put pressure onto your back. So stay nice and close here, so you're tight through your hips, dropping your head down, and then slowly ease yourself down here. So we're going to just come out of that, and then we're going to come back in, and then we'll hold for 5 breaths, okay? So inhale, look up. Exhale, bend your knees to wherever it felt like, you can keep a nice bit of contact. And exhale, drop your head down. Moving your hands as far forward as feels comfortable, so you're not holding yourself. And drop your head. 5 breaths here. Keeping that squeezing through from your hips and your knees. This all builds kind of confidence in your body that it's just not going to get, that it's supported. So drawing your belly in, keeping that support through the middle of your body so that your back can release and relax into these muscles that fix on your lower back, into your hamstrings. Inhale, head up, and then exhale, you're going to slowly release up. Give yourself a jiggle. But yeah, it's taking it really, really slowly. But there's no point in kind of hanging here. That doesn't do you any good. Slowly, slowly. Okay. So hands coming behind you. So either a ball or a block between your knees. Otherwise your knees and feet are hip width apart. Hands behind you. You're going to inhale, squeeze yourself up. Coming into reverse tabletop. Opening up your shoulders, strengthening through your shoulders. 5 breaths here. And keep that squeezing of the block, or if you're not using a block, squeezing of your hips as your hips doing the work here. Inhale up a smidge more. Exhale, slowly coming down. Drawing your knees in. Round, so try and open up your shoulders, really hug your knees so you're opening up your shoulders. There we go. Lovely. Coming into cross legs. So left hand on your right knee, left hand on your right knee, right hand either behind or kind of looping behind, whatever feels right for you. Inhale up, getting that length through your spine. Exhale, twisting around. 5 breaths. Inhale back to the middle, keeping that spine, your spine lifted. Exhale round the other side. Keeping your belly really drawn in. The twisting is coming through from those muscles in the middle of your body, not you pulling yourself round. That spinal twisters keep your spine really healthy because they keep the mobility during this kind of squeezing all the fluids around those bones as well. Inhale back to the middle. Bend your knees in and draw yourself in, draw your chest in. Lovely. So we're going to come to the top of the mat. Hold yourself nice and tight, and actually we'll cross your feet over and we'll do some rolls from here. So slowly down, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. We're going to do 5 more. Exhale down, see if you can go on your shoulders a little bit more. Inhale up, exhale down, one more. Exhale down. Inhale up. Squeezing your knees in, rounding your shoulders, and extending your legs out in front. Hands on your legs again. So slowly we're going to curl yourself down into the floor, drop your chin in, exhaling down. Extend your arms up and over your head. And then we're going to go into a banana from here. So walk your arms to the left and your legs to the left, keeping your body nice and flat so you're not rolling over onto your side. You're opening yourself up. You may find that if your arms don't feel like there's, feels like there's restriction, keep your arms in the same place and just walk your legs over. You're still going to get a nice openness there, but it may be there's just not enough kind of movement in your shoulders yet. So 5 breaths here. And feel how just with your increasing that breath in, you can just get more stretch here. Those around your hips as well. Walking your feet back to the middle. Jiggle yourself straight and then going the other way. So if you can take your arms over this way, that's good. Otherwise, taking your legs and maybe only your legs. 5 breaths here. And then coming back to the middle, draw your knees in, wrap your arms around, and then this time just a little rock, side to side. Feet down on the floor, hands down by your side, so again you can use your block between your knees if you want, or just you're keeping your knees and your hips, your knees and your feet all hip width apart. So inhale, push through the floor into your feet to come into your bridge, and then you can either stay here, or what you can also do is bring your fingers together, but you're trying to get your shoulders underneath you. Get a bit more arch in the upper portion of your back. So 5 breaths here. So as you inhale, you're breathing into your belly. And as you exhale, feel you're really pushing into the floor through your knees, down into the floor. Making sure your knees haven't gone out to the sides. That's where the ball's really good to keep, also whatever, just something to squeeze between your knees. 2 more breaths. And exhale slowly, slowly, slowly down. Draw your knees in. Then feet on the floor, take your arms to the sides, and then you're going to take your knees to the left, looking over your right hand side. So if you feel like you're a bit suspended, again, like I said before, roll your shoulders over completely and then open up through your chest. But you want your knees down on the ground. 5 breaths here. And really feel how that twist is kind of exaggerated just through your breath. Drawing your knees back to the middle, and then exhale as you take them over the other side. And maybe close your shoulders in and then open up again. And you can play around with drawing your knees in a bit higher halfway through, looking over the opposite side. Inhale back to the middle, draw your knees in, and then Hand on each knee and circling your knees around. Nice and slow and steady. So inhale as you take them away and exhale as they draw in. And then going around the other way. And just feeling how your back's making contact with the floor. Lengthening your body out. This is really good for that core stability as well. Then squeeze your knees in and rolling up to sitting. So you do your inversion now, so whether or not you want to take your feet up against the wall, if you're just feeling like, nope, enough's enough. And actually, if you've been doing a lot on your feet throughout the day or something, if you're doing the end of the day, it's probably worth just doing that. You just need to, because it's a good opportunity just to allow that blood to flow down through your body, or if you've gone for a run or something earlier on in the day, probably a good idea to do that, because then you're not having to do as much work. But otherwise we'll come into your shoulder stand. So I'll just briefly explain again. So knees up towards your forehead, hands behind your back so your fingers touching. Then your feet come up. You'll come up for 8 breaths here. You must keep looking straight towards your feet or towards your belly button. Then you're going to bring your legs straight behind you. So you might just keep them here because I want you to keep your legs straight. Otherwise you're working towards getting them to the floor. Keeping your knees squeezing in. And then you're just going to soften this part of your back, bending your knees around your head. And when you're coming down, hands down, and slowly, slowly, with control, using your arms as your anchor, take yourself into straight. So it's 8 with your legs up, 8 with your legs straight behind you, 8 with your legs bent, and then slowly down. So I'll do it at the same time as you so that I can keep pace. So get yourselves ready. Make yourself really stable before you bring your feet up. 8 breaths. Keep that squeezing of your hips, and that'll make you shoot up a little bit more. And taking your feet behind you, keep that squeezing going on. So either your feet are staying off the floor or they're coming down to meet the floor behind you. You can keep your hands on your back or take your palms to the floor. 8 breaths here. Now soften through your hips. Now your knees to come apart so that your knees are going to come down towards your head. And just bending your knees just nice and soft. 8 breaths. Slowly start releasing yourself down to the floor. So your hands are back behind you, straight on the floor, and really use them to slow you down so your legs can be straight, or bend them in to soften things as you come down. And just try and feel every bit of your back coming down. And taking your body nice and long. And we'll kind of come to corpse pose from here. So that is when you're just nice and straight like a plank. So really extend your neck out. Your feet are engaged back beside you. Your hands, your palms are up. Then let your shoulders soften. So it's a bit like when you're standing, but your neck's really lengthened out. But this is still an active posture. So draw your belly in. 5 breaths here. Just relax your body. Draw your knees in, give yourself a nice squeeze again, a little rock side to side. Cross your feet over and roll to sitting. And we'll finish with one more breathing practice just to get ourselves into our relaxation. So hands on your knees or comfortably in your lap, just have a little rock side to side, feel those sitting bones. And then just take a couple of breaths here and just settle your body into the floor. So inhale, feel yourself lifting. Exhale, soften your shoulders. Inhale. Relax and soften your chest. Inhale. Relaxing your belly and your lower back. Inhale, and relaxing your hips into the floor. So we're going to go back to we're going to go to the balanced breath. So it's that even inhale and exhale, just brings everything back in balance, and this is a good one to go into use if you just feel like things are getting a little bit out of balance. So this is a practice I do every morning. And if you can gradually increase it the amount of time, yeah, it's a great practice. So I'm going to count in for 4 and then out for 4, then we'll go for 5 and 5, and then I'll settle us in we'll go for 2 minutes. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. So you're just continuing with that for the next couple of minutes. Just keeping with whichever count sounds felt right for you. Keep it going in your head. That can be enough to keep that rhythm going. Using your ocean breath as well as a really good focus. It becomes quite hypnotic, that breath. Also bring in that breath movement as well. So as you inhale, feeling that breath coming up to the crown of your head, and as you exhale, taking that flow down into your sitting bones. Give your body a little wiggle. Draw your knees into your chest, give everything a squeeze, drop your head in. And then we can get into Shavasana, so into relaxation. So maybe grab a blanket or just put your jumper on, make yourself nice and cozy. So we'll have about 5 minutes because your body's worked really, really hard. Shavasana is really, really important at the end of your practice. And you don't need to worry about it. It doesn't matter what your mind does. Just let your mind go wherever. It's all about your body just really sinking into the floor. So I'll get the music going. I'll turn the lights down. And we'll have 5 minutes of relaxation. So get yourself down onto the floor, lying down. Get the music going. So just doing a bit of a scan through your body just before we quieten down. So just feeling your feet, backs of your ankles on the floor, and just relaxed into the floor. Backs of your legs up to your hips. Just allow them to settle and sink in the floor. Softening around your tummy and your lower back, your upper back. Your shoulders and your chest, just allow them to sink you down a little bit deeper. Your arms by your sides or maybe on your belly, whatever feels right. Palms soft, so just if your hands are clenched up at all, just allow your palms to open nice and soft. And just extend out the back of your neck, so your neck's nice and long, and just let your head hang really heavy on the floor. And then just close your eyes. If you've got an eye mask, pop an eye mask on, or let your hood come over your eyes. And let your breath go. Just don't have any control over your breath now. Just let it settle. And just let yourself settle in for nice 5 minutes or so of Shavasana, of relaxation. waking your body up with your breath. A nice long breath in and sigh it out. And again, feeling your body up. And wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Roll your head gently side to side. Stretch your arms up over your head, feet stretched as far as you can get them. And then draw your knees into your chest, give everything a cuddle. And then slowly roll over onto your right hand side. Let's take a couple of more breaths there. When you're ready, coming up to sitting. Come into cross-legged or on your hands and on your knees here. Palms together at your heart centre. So take some nice big breaths in and out. So inhale together. Exhale. Inhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. See you next time.